Hello students. So let's start with today's biology class. So in the previous class we have discussed about phylum Chordata. That was an online class and I request all the students to attend online class whenever the message is sent to you, and on Monday it is compulsory to attend these classes because your attendance will be marked according to that. Okay, so those students who are not coming to online class, they have to come to the class on Monday. Otherwise, if I'm taking in the other days, then you have to attend the class, otherwise you will miss out the topic. Okay, so in the online class we have discussed about the other phylums of invertebrates and the characteristic features of phylum Chordata. So today I will show you the further classification of phylum Chordata and the classes and the subphylum included in this that we are going to study in detail. So phylum Chordata, the basic features we have already discussed, that they have a notochord in any stage of their life cycle, and other feature was the presence of gill slits, okay, and the dorsal hollow nerve cord. So dorsal hollow nerve cord, these are the characteristic features that we have discussed about phylum Chordata. Now the further phylum Chordata have been divided into two subphylum Protochordata and subphylum Vertebrata. So protochordates are also a kind of chordates because they have the notochord in any stage of their life cycle. On the basis of this, they have divided into further two subphylums, that is Urochordata and Cephalochordata. So Urochordata are those organisms in which notochord is present during the larval stage only. As I told you, चाहे वो embryo stage में हो, चाहे वो adult stage में हो या larva stage में हो, any of the stage of the life cycle must possess notochord, then only they can be considered as chordates. So Urochordates have notochord in their larval stage but only in the tail region. Okay, तो सिर्फ tail region में ही notochord present होती है. And the second one is Cephalochordates. So generally cephalo word is used for means from head to tail when we talk about. So these organisms will have notochord throughout their body, that is from head to tail. जैसे Urochordates में सिर्फ tail में present थी, इनके अंदर head से लेकर tail में present होगी. And throughout their life cycle means either we talk about embryonic stage or adult stage, larval stage, सभी stages में you will find the notochord and it is present in head to tail region. Next is the vertebrata. So vertebrates are those organisms in which notochord is present only in the embryonic stage and later on the notochord will be converted into vertebral column. तो जैसे ही evolution की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो when you will see the organisms from Monera to the last class, that is Mammalia, you will find that the Mammalia is the most complex type of organisms. And अभी तक हमने जो Chordata से पहले वाले फाइलम जितने भी स्टडी किए थे उसमें सभी ऑर्गेनिज्म जैसे वॉर्म लाइक थे, दे कैन नॉट स्टैंड इरेक्ट ऑन देयर बॉडी. ठीक है, इसमें भी प्रोटोकॉर्डेट्स में भी यूरोकॉर्डेट्स और सेफेलोकॉर्डेट्स प्रॉपरली दे कैन नॉट स्टैंड बिकॉज ऑफ द एब्सेंस ऑफ वर्टिब्रल कॉलम, क्योंकि नोटोकॉर्ड क्या होती है, एक रोड लाइक हार्ड स्ट्रक्चर होता है. ठीक है, विच विल नॉट हेल्प देम टू स्टैंड. उनको वो सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड करेगी, स्ट्रेट रखेगी बॉडी को, लेकिन vertebral column is the only means structure through which we can bend, we can stand over our body. So this is the only feature of vertebrates. Okay, so vertebrata means the name is given because they have vertebral column in their body which has been developed, originated from the notochord. तो इनके embryonic stage में notochord होती है, लेकिन adult stage में क्या होता है, vertebral column. That is why they are called vertebrata. So vertebrata are further divided into Agnatha and Gnathostomata. So Agnatha are jawless organisms. ठीक है, इसमें हम पढ़ेंगे क्लास साइक्लोस्टोमेटा. तो जो Agnatha होते हैं ये जो हैं जॉलेस, टीथ प्रेजेंट है लेकिन विदाउट जॉ, इसमें हम क्लास साइक्लोस्टोमेटा को पढ़ेंगे. और यहाँ पे Gnathostomata आर विद जॉ, इनके अंदर टीथ जो है वो जॉ के अंदर प्रेजेंट होते हैं. They are further divided into two superclasses, superclass Pisces and superclass Tetrapoda. So Pisces is further divided into two classes, class Chondrichthyes and class Osteichthyes. स्पाइसेस में मेनली हम क्या स्टडी करते हैं, फिशेस के बारे में, तो इसमें कार्टिलेजिनस फिशेस और बोनी फिशेस आ जाएंगी, ठीक है। देन सुपर क्लास टेट्रापोडा, in this it is further divided into these classes, class amphibia, class reptilia, class aves and class mammalia, which is the topmost class, the most complex type of organisms. तो जो लास्ट क्लास है एनिमल किंगडम की, और स्टार्टिंग से अगर हम सभी किंगडम्स की बात करें, so that is class mammalia, that means the most complex type of organisms. So now we will study one by one each subphylum and the further classes of phylum Chordata. So the further two subphylums of phylum Chordata in which notochord is present but not vertebral column include subphylum Urochordata and subphylum Cephalochordata. So subphylum Urochordata, they are also called as tunicata. Tunicata भी इनको बोलते हैं, and they are sedentary type of organisms, means they are aquatic and they just attach themselves at the bottom, okay, means they are non-motile. So as we have already discussed, the notochord is present in the larva stage only in the tail region. So if you will see the larva of urochordates, I will show you with the help of video, you will find it only in the tail region. Next is, in the larval stage there are gill slits present, so it is also one of the characteristic feature of phylum Chordata, that is why they are placed in phylum Chordata. Next is perforated pharynx. So in the larva stage the gill slits are present, which will be originated into the perforated pharynx in the adult, so it is found in adult stage, okay. Examples are Herdmania and Ascidia. So these are the two examples of subphylum Urochordata. Next is subphylum Cephalochordata. So both larva and adult are motile. As you know, in that case they were sedentary type, but they are motile type, okay. So here I have shown one example of this Cephalochordata, which is called Amphioxus. So it is looking somewhat like a fish, ठीक है, जिस तरह से fish होती है उसी टाइप का स्ट्रक्चर है, क्योंकि इसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट क्लास आएगी that will be the fish. तो जो पहले वाले उससे ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं वो एक दूसरे से थोड़े बहुत रिलेटेड होते हैं, बिकॉज दे हैव बीन ओरिजिनेटेड इनटू द नेक्स्ट क्लास और नेक्स्ट फाइलम, ओके. सो हियर यू कैन सी द स्ट्रक्चर लाइक अ फिश एंड नोटोकॉर्ड इज प्रेजेंट फ्रॉम हेड टू टेल रीजन. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कि नोटोकॉर्ड हेड से लेके टेल रीजन तक प्रेजेंट है, और इसके अंदर क्या होते हैं, फिन्स, बिकॉज दे हैव मोटाइल टाइप ऑफ देयर हैबिटेट, दे कैन स्विम इन वाटर, आइदर इट इज़ अ लार्वल स्टेज और इट इज़ अ एडल्ट स्टेज. तो दोनों एडल्ट और लार्वा दोनों स्टेज में ही दे कैन स्विम इन वाटर, दे आर मोटाइल टाइप ऑफ ऑर्गेनिजम्स. सो हेयर आई हैव शोन द डिफरेंट फिन्स. दिस इज caudal fin which is at the near the tail, and this is the tail part, this is ventral fin, here we have the dorsal fin, ठीक है. So these structures shows that the next class after this is fishes, that is Pisces, okay. And tail is present throughout the life, so it is not like कि larva stage में ही tail होगी. तो every stage of lifetime they have tail, and they have notochord from head to tail region, okay. Examples are Branchiostoma, and second one is Amphioxus. So Amphioxus I have shown here, and it is somewhat look like a, at the both ends it has the tapering ends. तो इसकी एक लेंस लाइक शेप होती है, इसलिए इसको कॉमन नेम है इसका लेंसलेट. इसको लेंसलेट भी बोला जाता है बिकॉज इट हैज़ अ शेप लाइक दिस, जैसे लेंस होता है ना उसी तरह की शेप होती है. सो दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड लेंसलेट. इस तरह से आप लेंस पढ़ते हो ना फिजिक्स में, ओके. सो दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड लेंसलेट, ओके. सो दिस आर द subphylum Urochordata and Cephalochordata. Now we will start with phylum Vertebrata. So let's see the next subphylum of phylum Chordata, that is called Vertebrata. So as you know, Vertebrata is the phylum in subphylum in which notochord is present in the embryonic stage, which will be further converted or replaced by vertebral column in the adult stage. So we have already discussed the name Vertebrata has been given because of the presence of vertebral column in the adult stage. Next is, they are highly developed kind of organisms. They include highly developed So formation of head or cephalization is there. So proper head formation will be there. Till now there was no proper distinct head was there. So cephalization is shown by vertebrates. Next is cranium, that is called brain box, which is present around the brain. Otherwise, if the brain was developed, it was not covered by any kind of brain box to protect it. So they have the cranium around the brain. Next is three types of muscles are developed, which we have already studied, that is striated, non-striated and cardiac. So all the three muscles will be there for proper movement and locomotion. Next is the well developed coelom is there, because the organs will be, the different organs will be there in the cavities, different cavities called coelom, filled with the coelomic cavity to provide them protection. Next is digestive tract is also a complete type, complete with the mouth and anus separately. Respiration is also there, with it can be either with the help of gills depending upon the type of habitat. Gills, skin, buccopharyngeal cavity, we will find it in amphibians, and lungs also. Higher organisms, higher classes of vertebrata has lungs for the respiration. Next is excretion. So the higher classes have kidneys through which they can excrete. Well developed kidneys are there. Nervous system, the three types of nervous system is there. Development of three types of nervous system: autonomic, central and peripheral nervous system, in which autonomic which shows the reflex action. Central nervous system will have brain and spinal cord, and peripheral nervous system will include the different nerves which are spreaded over all over the body to prevent to transmit the signal from brain and to collect the signal from the stimulus. Next is the sense organs. The sense organs are also there, like eyes, ear, nose, skin and etc. So there will be different sense organs in different organisms. Then endocrine system is also there in higher organism. Endocrine glands are there which produce hormones which help in control and coordination with the brain and other parts of the body. So the endocrine system is also there in the higher classes of subphylum vertebrata. Now we will see the further classification of phylum vertebrata. So the further classification of subphylum vertebrata is section Agnatha and Gnathostomata. Agnatha and Gnathostomata. So Agnatha are those organisms which they are called jawless vertebrates, and Gnathostomata are with jaw, means teeth are present but without jaw in case of Agnatha, and Gnathostomata is in which the teeth are present in the jaw. Okay, so Agnatha has the further class Cyclostomata. Cyclostomata are called circular mouthed fish, because here they don't have jaw, so the teeth are just present in the mouth and they have circular shaped mouth. They are generally found in marine water, but for spawning, means the release of eggs, they just sometimes move towards fresh water. Okay, they are generally found in sea and large rivers. Then mouth is circular and jawless, as we have already discussed. So here I have shown you one example. So here you can see the mouth is circular and without jaw. The teeth are directly present in the mouth and they have a sucker type of teeth. Sucker type of mouth means when they want to get their food, they just stick their mouth there with the help of teeth over the prey and then they take their food. Next is the presence of gill slits is there, because they are from phylum Chordata. So there are 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits are present. So here I have shown the gill slits. These are the gill slits which are present in them. Okay. Next is head and brain are poorly developed, because these are not the proper fishes. They can be included in the fishes that is called circular mouthed fish, but they are not proper fishes because this will be included in the Pisces. ठीक है, ये जब हम इसको study करेंगे ना, तो they don't have proper head and brain. Next is cartilaginous endoskeleton. So they have cartilage in them. So you know that the bone is generally hard as compared to cartilage. तो cartilaginous endoskeleton इसके अंदर present होता है जो इसको support provide करता है. Heart is two chambered, as we have discussed in chordata. Characteristic features of chordata: the chambered heart, the chambers will be developed in the heart. So here the heart is two chambered with one auricle and one ventricle. Next is The fins are also there, but they are not paired. Here you can see I have shown the dorsal fin, which is at the dorsal surface, and this is the caudal fin, which is around the tail. This is the tail region, and if you will see, the notochord will be present throughout the life and from the head to tail region. Head has been developed, but brain is not properly developed. Okay. Next is fertilization is external. They release their eggs in water, and respiration is through gills because they have gill slits in them. Examples, there are two examples, petromyzon and myxine. So here I have shown you petromyzon. So they have fish-like structure, but do not exactly look like fishes. That is why they are kept into different class, cyclostomata. And with the sucker type of mouth, head is there, gill slits is there, dorsal fin is there, caudal fin is there, tail is there, and they have this type of structure, shape, through which with the help of its fins they just swim in water like fishes. Okay. So this is the class cyclostomata. Now let's see gnethostomata, which is further divided into two divisions, which is called classes, that is chondrichthyes and osteichthyes. Chondrichthyes include cartilaginous fishes which have endoskeleton in the form of cartilage, and osteichthyes are called bony fishes which have endoskeleton in the form of bones. Now we will study the characteristic features of these two.
Phylum Chordata. Animals belonging to phylum Chordata are fundamentally characterized by the presence of notochord, a dorsal hollow nerve cord, and paired pharyngeal gill slits. These are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, coelomate with organ system level of organization. They possess a post-anal tail and a closed circulatory system. Phylum Chordata is divided into three subphyla. 1. Urochordata or tunicata. 2. Cephalochordata, and 3. Vertebrata. Subphyla Urochordata and Cephalochordata are often referred to as protochordates and are exclusively marine. In Urochordata, notochord is present only in larval tail, while in Cephalochordata it extends from head to tail region and is persistent throughout their life. Examples: Urochordata, Ascidia, Salpa, Doliolum. Cephalochordata, Branchiostoma, Amphioxus, or Lancelet. The members of subphylum Vertebrata possess notochord during the embryonic period. The notochord is replaced by cartilaginous or bony vertebral column in the adult. Thus, all vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. Besides the basic chordate characters, vertebrates have a ventral muscular heart with 2, 3, or 4 chambers, kidneys for excretion and osmoregulation, and paired appendages, which may be fins or limbs. See the chart. Comparison of chordates and non-chordates. Class Cyclostomata. All living members of the class Cyclostomata are ectoparasites on some fishes. They have an elongated body bearing 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits for respiration. Cyclostomes have a sucking and circular mouth without jaws. The body is devoid of scales and paired fins. Cranium and vertebral column are cartilaginous. Circulation is of close type. Cyclostomes are marine but migrate for spawning to fresh water. After spawning, within a few days, they die. Their larvae, after metamorphosis, return to the ocean. Examples: Petromyzon, lamprey, and myxine, hagfish. Class Chondrichthyes.